Hi, how are you doing? For me, today is a good day. The weather is quite easy. Fresh air, sunny. Yes, actually, I'm feeling really comfortable at present. Okay, today I will introduce about myself. My talk will be separated into three parts. First, I talk about my basic information. Second, about my experience. And last, about my plans for the future. Okay, let's begin. My name is Tuấn, but you can call me by my English name, Mr. Harry. Currently, I am 30 years old. I'm living in Taiping City, a small but peaceful place to live, as it was named in Vietnamese. I'm married, and I'm living with my family, include my parents, my wife, in a small house in my homeland. But I haven't able to organize my wedding because of the COVID-19. Astounding disease at present. In terms of hobbies, I have some intriguing things to do. I love reading books, studying English, listening to music, and also working out. Now I'm gonna talk about my experience. I graduated from Banking Academy, which is a top university in this country for people who have interest in finance industry. So in student life, I had great time. I learned many things about banking and finance. And because I lived in the dormitory, so I had many friends who I can share the funny moments, study with, and also can play game with. Yeah, it's very memorable. And I also took part in a club in my university, which is the speaking club. Is a place where I can prepare the content and speak out before many people to practice my confidence. After graduation from Banking Academy, I started working, and the first place I worked is a National Citizen Bank, which is a private bank in Hanoi capital. You know, because it's the first time of working, so I haven't had many experience. But to work at this place, I have trained myself a lot, and I learned from other people, from my coworkers, from my boss, and yes, it's very rewarding time for myself. I learned the communication skills, negotiation skill, as well as how to overcome all the complaints of the customers. So I have to say that I have to be mature and become like adult at that point of time. But in 2017, I watched some videos of Mr. Ngọc Bách IELTS. Do you know him? Yes, he was a banker at that time, and he decided to quit the job and learn study English by himself. And after that, he succeeded and works as an English teacher. So I thought a lot about myself, and I realized that I'm not really suitable for the job as a banker. And I also recognize the importance of English at that point of time. Yes, it's international language and plays crucial roles the in the world. So I also decided to quit the job as a banker to move on to work in the English center. I applied um, my CV to English Center, which is my friend's English Center in Hanoi at that time. And luckily, I have been received. So I started working here, and it is a time where I can work with the children and understand what children think and what do they want and how to teach the children. But at first time, because of my English ability is was not really good, so I had to work as an assistant for the English teacher. Um, and I learned how to teach the children. And at the summer camp, I remember that I not only teach English but also about doing the funny scientific experiments and playing games, playing sports, and just many things, many memories with the children at that time. At that time, so after 1 year, I have got experience, and I also has been proposed to become a manager of that English center. I found the new customers, and I directly stood up in the class to teach the children English. Yeah. But unfortunately, in 2020, when COVID-19 affected to many to our economy, and the English Center has been affected a lot. And my friend English Center at that time had to postpone, stopped many classes, and so I waited a long time, and yes, I didn't have a job at that time, so I lost my salary, so it's very tough experience for me. uh, then I decided to quit that job and go and went back to my homeland, which is Taiping City. And but at that time, I hadn't able to apply to any English center in Taiping, so I had to come back to work as a banker, because I still kept the contact with the old boss. So he introduced me to National Citizen Bank at Taiping, and yes, I accepted, and I was here as a banker up to now, because I had got familiar with all the tasks as a banker. So it's it's not really difficult for me. And but because I still think about myself that's not really suitable for this kind of career. So I still want to change my job and want to become an English. Okay, so let's move on to the last part of my talk, which is about my future's plan. At present, I'm 30 years old, not too old, but not young enough to continue chasing my illusory dream. So I'm concerning a lot about myself, about my career, and also about my future. I'm asking myself, who am I? What should I be? What I have to do to have a better job and to have a better future? Especially what I have to do to help more people and to be impact and have more valuable in this society. So those questions keep hanging around my head, and they urge me to find out who am I, and in the journey of to be a better versions of myself. So, and the answer for those wonderings is that I have to quit my current job and to apply for a job as a English teacher, which is much more suitable for myself. So there are three reasons why I want to do this. First, as a banker, yes, it's a very stable job with high salary, a competitive environment where you could have a very good the career ladder, and you can be in the higher position. But it's not for me. I have to say that, because I don't want to to work in the 9 to 5 job, which is have to sit in front of the computers a lot, and the job is really repetitive and yeah, monotonous. I want to have the job on daily basis, have much more impact, and have the direct contacting with each other more. And second, I realize the paramount importance of English at present. an indispensable international language. If we can have the good abilities of English, we could have the a lot of chance and lot of opportunities to have the job with high salary and the chance to work in the international corporations. Yes, so I decided to into the journey of learning English. I studied English by myself. I learned by mimic from other people's from the internet. I just listen a lot, practice speaking a lot, and yeah, it's not easy as a piece of cake, but I still believe I can do that, and gradually I believe that I take advantage of this of learning English. And lastly, that's the reason I want to be myself. I want to find a job that's much more suitable for myself. And I can see that banker is not really fit to me. And because of my characteristics, because of my personality, maybe uh, as an English teacher would be much more suitable for me. So those reasons have pushed me into deciding to apply my CV into the company. So I hope that you would uh, receive me and we can work together. And I make sure that when I could have been received, I would um, have my responsibility and would try my best, make my best effort to contribute for the company and also to help the children to learn English and to get the IELTS certificate. So thank you a lot for listening. Goodbye.